that's just. Did you have anything? No? Like anything that caught your eye or anything?
What is your favorite Zack Snyder film?
That's a great question.
And be honest.
Yes, be honest. What's your favorite one?
We cannot wait to hear what y'all afraid of.
I can't wait to respond
Can't
to
wait.
that. I didn't think it was going to be.
That long.
No bonus content for you guys
Yeah,
today.
'cause, dang.
It's fine.
Yeah, originally when I was looking at the thing, I was just like, oh, this isn't as much. I just took pictures and I had them like stacked.
Yeah, no,
But
it
when I
looked
read
really
them
good.
this way, it was just like, oh, that's a long thing. I got to go through all this mess again.
No, just the highlight points. Just the highlight
But you know what? I'm a rebel, so I try to do what I can for the peoples.
Yeah,
And now we
there's a moon
have-
outside.
Yeah, the rebel moon,
Now there's a move.
Part
Vonell,
one.
where's Vonell? He need to take notes.
a child of fire.
I'm right
Part
here.
one.
I don't know why you guys keep thinking I went somewhere.
But yep, we've got Zack Snyder's Netflix
Moon.
Passion Project.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'll call it.
Passion project.
Yep,
I like
yep.
that.
We got a lot of flack on our last one. Because, Snyder, he's a director.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, people like him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if I say something about him,
It was nothing negative. It was just our opinions on how we felt about the direction of the films. But you know what? Let's get to Rebel Moon.
yep. And y'all, I'll say this straightforward to all y'all that came to his defense. You lucky I didn't bring up Army of the Dead. I was nice to y'all and gave him his passable movies. Army of the Dead is the latest one, and you can't tell me that movie ain't dog shit. But whatever. Y'all, hey look, y'all got a zombie tiger, so y'all
Look, I watched zombie movies. That one,
Yeah.
that hurt.
And when
That
we
hurt.
had watched the
That hurt.
the teaser for
It hurt.
Rebel Moon, we didn't say it was like necessarily. It just had like a lot of different. Wait a minute.
Hey,
It had-
we didn't see no story. It was right there. Zack Snyder put it on the teaser, and we didn't catch it
there was a lot
because
of
we were
different
saying
elements.
it was generic.
It was a lot of different elements going on. It felt like Harry Potter and Justice League and some other fantasy stuff
So-
happening all at once.
Yeah, we say all this in jest, but we were really just pointing out the stuff that we recognized in
Yeah.
Rebel Moon because we knew that it was an original property.
Right.
So
It looked like
we
Star
had
Wars.
to see what it reminded us of to see if we were going to watch it.
Right.
That's the way that we were looking at it. But I appreciate y'all for commenting and standing up for Zach. He's a director with millions and billions of dollars. But
And that's how people
You
market.
guys.
That's how people market their stuff anyway. They said, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be like the next Star Wars, Harry Potter, like fanfic or whatever." That's how
Trying to get
people
people to-
advertise it anyway. So
it's almost
some
like it was a
elements.
teaser designed to showcase other stuff
right,
in fantasy and science fiction
exactly,
so that you would watch the teaser
right.
and want to tune
Oh,
in
dude.
to what the idea of the thing was.
Like how all these elements relate to each other. Let's mash them all in, and that's what Rebel Moon kind of.
But you know what? Y'all right, because I came at this man and said that he is a director that is really good with his cinematography, but not as good on story, which is the job of a director. So that's me saying that he does his job well and probably shouldn't go into other stuff. But you know what? I got y'all. This is a trailer. It's got a title. It said part 1 on it. I'm going to see what this Child of Fire is about. And I swear at the end of this, if y'all don't have me hooked.
giving me Hunger Games feels right now. The parts.
Hey, look, no.
Child of Fire.
Depending how this goes,
I'm just saying.
depending how this goes, I'm gonna reference this to a game. Depending on what I see when we watch this.
No, I mean, I'm very invested in watching this for sure. Like, not ragging on it, to hate on it or anything, but I'm just saying, it reminds me of a lot of stuff, so I'm interested in seeing it.
Yeah. I was about to say, for whatever reason, when people said that or heard us related to other things, I feel like they took it as just like, oh, it's just those other things, so I would just watch them. Whereas we were probably more along the lines of saying, oh, it's all of these things in one place.
Right.
Let's see how it pans out.
Right, exactly. How do all these things mesh and relate into, like, a valid, consistent storyline.
Yeah, but I like standing on business. So if y'all think that I'm a hater Zack Snyder is now my enemy. I'll put him on the list next to Kanye.
I think Zack is great.
Stick Kanye.
Oh.
That's right. I'm gonna cue this intro and then we'll check out part 1 of Rebel Moon, A Child on Fire.
That list
Child
with
of
Kanye.
Fire.
That list of his own.
List with Kanye.
That's a long,
Right there,
that's a
dude,
long
that's-
A title. Rebel Moon. What?
It's,
Child
it's
of
an
Fire.
album. He's an emo kid.
Yeah.
Let him have this.
Kanye in the French language. And then right underneath it, Zack Snyder. Now. Because
Oh no.
y'all have promoted his status to my enemies list.
Had to do it.
But we're all queued up. Let's check out the official trailer for part 1 of Rebel Moon.
Now we gotta watch out for what else makes Trey's list.
I know, right? So
Oh,
we gotta
no,
keep
he's
track
not
of this
third.
list.
Flat Earthers would be third. Flat Earthers are... they made the enemy
I'm
list.
making a trade
Oh,
list.
flat.
The people who believe
not
that the
too.
Earth is flat.
You weren't too.
No. They yeah, you know what? I'll put them over the French language.
Yeah.
What about AIs?
See, they're not real enough for me to have a problem with them yet, but I don't like them. But you're right. In terms of enemies list, they would probably be 4, and then Zack Snyder takes my 5th.
Okay.
That's 5th spot.
Okay.
By
Wait,
proxy.
what was the second one again?
So the first one
It's Kanye.
Kanye.
is Kanye. The second one is Flat Earthers.
Oh, okay, I was right with that. Okay.
3 was the French.
The French language, not the
French.
French.
French language.
French
French
language, not the
my bad,
French.
French language.
Just the language.
Don't
Y'all
hurt me.
y'all have more people coming out here being like, you don't like my country, you don't like me because I'm French. I'm just like, no, I just don't.
That's exactly what they put on that Napoleon
see,
trailer.
hey,
They're like, wait a minute.
But I'll tell you this: in the same way that I'm doing this joke about Zack Snyder, that's the same way that I joke about France in general.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind it. I just don't like
The language.
French. Yeah. It's not pleasing to my ears to hear. But for whatever reason, whenever I say that, people are just like, what? You don't like France? What about French fries or French bread? And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, why are y'all just... How did this become so hyperbolic?
What's
They were
the
after.
That's
they were
when you
after
know
your
people are
life,
ignorant.
man.
AI.
AI? Okay.
Yeah,
You
AI.
have the list. Kanye, Flat Earthers.
When they
the
relate,
French
start
language,
relating
AI,
it to
Zack
food,
Snyder.
Yep.
Number 5.
French toast.
You have no right. I'm just like, how did this come by? 2 people. You don't like French people? I was just like, who said this? But you know what? I stand on business, so I won't go back on it.
Anyways, while Trey's over here being a rebel,
That's
we're
right.
gonna queue up this video
Yep,
and then we're gonna watch the trailer.
that's right. It's all there, so you can go ahead and press play.
Oh gosh.
When I found you in the wreckage of that ship,
Alright.
I considered leaving you. I was afraid you could bring trouble to us.
A girl left in an abandoned wrecked ship could bring trouble. Okay.
I like, you did what I was thinking in my brain.
Like she a baby. What?
Definitely got that Zack Snyder color palette.
Yeah, that dark gray.
Yeah.
Mm.
We're just farmers, we're not a threat. They won't just kill us, will they?
Oh, freak.
They look like Nazis, space Nazis.
Hey, look, we said that the first time.
I know.
We gotta find new things for them to be. They're space Russians.
Who taught her how to fight like that, bro?
Ain't playing no games.
We're gonna have to fight.
Like you? Ma'am.
From Zack Snyder,
For all the war.
the greatest director in all of history.
Warriors to fight.
This is part 1, y'all.
We might stand a chance.
This is tone set.
That's right! 300 Man of Steel and Army of the Dead.
I could help you. For a small fee, obviously.
I like how he went in descending order of the movies that were good.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop it.
They got a place that looks like the Roman Colosseum up in here.
Far beyond redemption.
What about revenge?
Ooh, revenge. I can get down with revenge. I love a good revenge story.
It's like that with the zombies.
A lot of craziness going on.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of stuff.
The most wanted fugitive in the known universe.
Most wanted? Are you sure?
Only rebels.
Slow mo.
Going up against a spaceship with guns with a spear? Okay. Got a griffin, giant spider.
It's a new age for the universe.
Yep, it sure is.
Because there's a lot going on here. But I ain't mad at it. I'll watch it. I will watch it.
December 22nd.
I will
Just
definitely
in
watch it.
time for Christmas.
Right?
Yep.
What an excellent Christmas movie.
Yes.
It's 2 hours long.
Guys, I'm gonna have a Christmas party and we're gonna watch this.
Right. We get to
From start
watch
to finish.
every movie
Start to finish.
combined into one movie.
We're
Yeah.
gonna watch this. It's gonna be a Zack Snyder
A
Christmas
Zack Snyder
movie.
Christmas movie
Christmas
marathon.
Now,
Bring the eggnog.
Interesting.
what kind of storyline did you guys pick up from this trailer?
I got the most original story I've ever seen in my life
What?
because it had fantasy, technology,
Come
a
on.
girl boss.
Come on. I know you can get the 5. Let's go. Come
A
on.
space army,
Okay.
or an evil empire, as they say.
Would that be 4 or 5?
It's 4.
That's four. That's
Oh,
four.
okay.
Yeah, space army and evil empire are the same
Yes,
thing.
yeah.
Gotcha. One more.
And-
Come on with it.
And
Like-
action.
I was about to say you got a griffin and a giant spider lady.
That's the fantasy.
That's the fantasy.
fantasy.
Yeah, that's right. And action. That's
That's
right.
5.
Yeah.
That's 5.
I've never seen all of those things in a movie before. Presented to me side by side. No, overall, I do think that it looks
It looks good.
well made.
Yeah.
It looks like Zack Snyder's movies, which again are shot very well. It's how the story comes together that I'm gonna have to question.
Now the storyline I picked up was like home dude picked up a baby from a wrecked spaceship, and at first he didn't want to take her because she could have
Superman.
brought trouble. How could a baby in a wrecked spaceship bring trouble? Who knows, right? Okay. I'm glad we got that correlation.
Well-
Baby, spaceship,
I-
unknown origin.
Unknown origin.
And then she
Sound
goes
like a man.
she goes into the army and starts fighting, and she says she's a child of war. Okay. And then she's back home, and I guess this evil empire is trying to take over. Okay. And now she's saying we gotta fight.
Yep.
So she fought,
Creating the rebellion.
rebellion, and now they have to go and get more allies. Is what I'm assuming she's doing
Yep.
to fight against this evil empire.
Yep.
So that's the storyline. She becomes the most wanted fugitive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's it.
Let me
I
honest.
feel like that's it.
No.
For
No,
everything that's going
No,
on
cooking.
in that film, that should not be all that there is. But if that's the straightforward plot line, sure,
Hey,
I'll
there's
take
not.
it.
There's some creatures up in there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
keep
is she
cooking.
going
Come on.
to different
Area. It looks like she's
Like-
going to like different planets, or
Planets or
something
something?
to
Sure.
get
I don't
people.
know.
Cause she
Sure,
goes.
like a griffin thing.
Yeah, she gets to the
I
home
feel
dude
like-
in that Coliseum, and she's like, "What about revenge?" You know. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's trying to collect allies. Rebels.
Revenge.
I think it might play out well.
Yeah.
Because if she's going to different planets, then you see where like some creatures are different and stuff. Like
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, you go to a different planet.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, they look different.
Mm-hmm. It can work.
I'm
Yeah, it can
scared of the
definitely work.
spider planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
Spider people planet.
Spider people.
Spider people.
Ugh,
planet.
it's just creepy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It had like a lot of very interesting stuff in it. And I kind of went over this in the comments. Understanding, feeling, and uniqueness are
Yeah.
the things that you have to master in live action. And right now, the feeling is missing. I'll say that.
Yes, the feeling is missing because you have the uniqueness is there with everything being combined together.
Yep. I ain't
And
never
then-
seen that before.
Yeah, well, they're doing air tests, rather
Mhm.
air fill. And then what was the other thing besides
Understanding. Which
Understanding.
Is like, your ability to recognize the story.
Yes, so we could definitely recognize where the story is going. Now, the question is whether the story will stay on track based on her journey is going to be, the thing that depends when we're watching it. Because, like I said, there's a lot of moving parts here, and this is only part 1.
Yeah.
So
how many parts was it again? 2 or 3?
Yeah, I think we
2.
settled on them saying that it was 2.
Yeah, there's 2.
Or that 2 were announced.
Yeah, so the understanding part is like it'll be there, may not be there, but yeah, definitely feeling. I feel like the action will be good. I feel like the special effects will be good, but as far as like my connection to the character, I don't feel that yet.
Yeah, that's the feeling part. And for any of y'all that missed the first part of the video where we went over those 3 points, uniqueness doesn't necessarily mean, oh, this is the only thing that I've seen. It means that the feeling of this property feels unique to me as a viewer.
Yes.
It's not about, like, I'm making the jokes about all the stuff that it looks like, but those are 2 separate relation things, because I haven't seen a Marvel movie that I haven't seen ever before. But like being able to make it feel like it's own unique thing is where you get points in uniqueness. It's not about whether or not the tropes or the feelings are the same.
Right.
So, yeah, it could be really good. It's very pretty, and that's the thing that Zack Snyder is good at. I really don't care about how y'all feel about him making these movies, but he is really good at making something look good, and this looks good.
Yes.
So the check on next to his name is already ticked off. It's the rest of the stuff where I feel like y'all sucking on copium.
Not true. Because like I said, I need a story to be there. It can look as visually pleasing as it wants, and get you with all the special effects. But if the story is not there, it takes me out of it completely. I don't want something pretty to look at and then there's no substance behind it. That's kind of like a waste of what I'm watching. So hopefully there's a good storyline here, and not just like pretty cinematography.
Yeah.
One example I have with this, and I know it doesn't tie into like the movies, but with Rebel Moon, it represents like some of the things we past seen. But I kind of get vibes of how when the game Destiny came out, how it was like kind of the feel of like, is this like Halo, but it's technically something completely different.
Yeah, I'm
getting those type of vibes with Rebel Moon.
I get that. Yeah, I can see the parallels there. So yeah. That's just, did you have anything? No? Like anything that caught your eye or anything?
What is your favorite Zack Snyder film?
That's a great question.
And be honest.
Yes, be honest. What is your favorite one?
We cannot wait to hear what y'all rate.
I can't wait to respond to that. I'll give y'all one. I think 300 is a good movie. I think that movie still holds up. Really well. It is very Zack Snyder. Yeah. Like when you go back and like in retrospect and look at it, but I do think that movie holds up on its own really well. So yeah, that's a good question.
And I can at least say the Army of the Dead, it was way out of hand, but seeing what they did, it really had your mind wondering. Where I was like, I know this wouldn't happen in real time, but seeing it on screen, the way that they had set it up, it was pretty cool to kind of see that. Yeah, with that,
it's a turn your brain off movie.
It gave them a feel and stuff like that, where it's like, darn, you really want to root for the zombies in this situation.
You really want to
He said you really want to root for the zombies. Dang. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to think what Zack Snyder film I actually liked. And
they actually, when this got released, this was actually during the football game. They went to halftime, and one of the former football players got a chance to talk to Zack Snyder, and he was able to explain how he felt on this movie. He was really excited about it.
Yeah, I mean, this is him.
Okay, so I would say Zack Snyder films that I enjoyed was Legend of the Guardians of Ga'Hoole. because he did that based off of a middle school grade book series, and I read the series, so I like that. And then Sucker Punch is another one that I actually like. It's dark and edgy.
That movie fooled me.
It fooled a lot of people, but it's dark and
when
edgy.
I saw that giant,
I was disappointed.
I was like, I'm here for
I
it.
can't stand
I watched that and I was like, what is this?
I was disappointed with like a lot of things that was happening in the film, but when I first saw it, I was like, it took me a couple of times to figure out what exactly was going on. But I did enjoy the film enough to watch it a few more times. And I'm trying to think what else.
That movie fooled me.
I
was like, never again.
Bro, I can't stand that movie.
And Wonder Woman. I also like Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman was good.
Is Wonder Woman my favorite?
It was the film was directed by Patty Jenkins.
Yeah, he produced it. Because it's in the Snyderverse.
Right, it's in the Snyderverse.
Like
so
that
but those
line of DC movies that came out.
Yeah, those would be the 3 that I enjoy from him.
Yeah. Are we counting Wonder Woman? I'll count Wonder Woman. I'll put Wonder Woman as my favorite Zack Snyder movie.
Yeah.
That's what we're counting as.
Yeah.
I feel like in terms of the ones that he directed and not produced, 300 probably stands up the most to me.
Okay.
But if we're just talking about anything that he done slapped his name on, then yeah, I'll give it that.
Wonder Woman in that.
Yeah. But while y'all are down below commenting your favorite Zack Snyder film, feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it and share it with somebody that you think might enjoy it as well. Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to our first 1,000 subscribers. That way we can lock in the vibes for the channel and get you guys even more consistently catered chaos.
Yes,
sir.
You can also check the link in our description down below. That'll give you a link to all of our socials, including our Discord page, the C2 Circle. There you can be around for all the content that's going to be lined up next week when we go live at
Thursdays
at 7
p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
On the dot.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
If you're checking this video out on YouTube, thank you so much for all of your love and support. We really appreciate you. We'd love to have you out on a live stream, but until we can get you out there on one, thanks.
Catch you in the next episode. Peace and love.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough for me.
Oh my good stuff.
Later.
It's the little victories. You good though? You need some water?
Oh, probably, I guess.
I guess so.
Good old water.
I'll like get up.
Let's get him some water.
Let me check in.
Can't let him sound like a broke record player anymore.
Wait, can I have some water?